Have you ever looked at another woman and quietly wondered why she seems so peaceful, even after facing so many hardships? Have you ever asked yourself why some women carry an unshakable light within them, even though life has tested them with loss, disappointment, or heartbreak? Perhaps you have spent years trying to become happier by working harder, pleasing everyone around you, or searching for love and acceptance, yet deep inside, you still feel that something is missing. If these thoughts have ever crossed your mind, then this message may have found you for a reason. The world often teaches us that a blessed woman is someone who has beauty, wealth, success, or a perfect family. We are constantly surrounded by images of seemingly perfect lives, and it becomes easy to believe that blessings can only be measured by what others can see. But true blessings are far deeper than appearances. They cannot always be captured in a photograph or displayed through material success. A truly blessed woman carries something invisible yet incredibly powerful. She possesses a quiet strength that helps her remain kind when others become bitter. She finds hope even in difficult seasons. She learns from pain instead of allowing pain to define her. Inspired by the timeless spiritual wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda, this video explores 11 remarkable signs that reveal a woman whose soul is awakening to a higher purpose. These signs are not about being perfect, and they are certainly not about comparing yourself with anyone else. They are gentle reminders that the greatest blessings often grow silently within the heart. So as you continue listening, I invite you to set aside every judgment about yourself. Instead of asking whether you have all these qualities, simply ask yourself one sincere question: which of these beautiful signs is already beginning to blossom within my soul? You may discover that you have been far more blessed than you ever realized. There is a quiet struggle that many women carry, yet very few ever speak about it. From the outside, they appear strong, responsible, and caring. They wake up early, fulfill their duties, support their families, and continue smiling even when their hearts feel heavy. People admire their strength, but very few ask how they are truly feeling inside. Deep within, they often wonder if anyone really understands the silent sacrifices they make every single day. They begin to believe that being blessed means having a life without problems, and because their own life is filled with challenges, they assume that God has forgotten them. Imagine a woman who spends years caring for everyone around her. She encourages her children, supports her husband, helps her parents, and is always available whenever someone needs her. Yet when she finally has a quiet moment alone, she feels empty inside. She asks herself, why do I still feel incomplete after giving so much? This question lives silently in the hearts of countless women. The world teaches them to measure their worth through appearance, success, or the approval of others. Every comparison slowly steals their peace, making them believe they are not enough. But the greatest misunderstanding is this: many women fail to recognize the blessings that are already growing within them. A seed hidden beneath the soil looks forgotten, yet it is preparing to become a beautiful tree. In the same way, a soul going through seasons of patience, kindness, forgiveness, and quiet endurance is often experiencing its greatest spiritual growth. True blessings are not always visible. Sometimes they are hidden in the lessons that shape the heart. Before we can recognize these blessings, we must first understand why life chooses this path for so many sincere souls. Life has a mysterious way of teaching us lessons that comfort alone could never provide. Every challenge, disappointment, and unexpected delay carries within it an opportunity for inner transformation. Inspired by the wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda, we can begin to understand that the soul is not here simply to collect pleasures or avoid pain. It is here to awaken. The experiences that seem unfair are often the very experiences that strengthen qualities like patience, compassion, humility, and faith. These are treasures that cannot be bought, yet they become the foundation of lasting peace. Think about a small river flowing through the mountains. When the water first begins its journey, it is blocked by rocks, forced to change direction, and pushed through narrow spaces. At first glance, These obstacles seem to slow its progress. But over time, those very rocks make the river stronger and clearer. Without resistance, it would never develop its graceful flow. Human life follows a similar pattern. The difficulties we face are not always punishments. Many times, they are gentle invitations to discover strengths we never knew existed. Consider a young woman who loses a job she loved. At first, she feels frightened and believes her future has fallen apart. Months later, she finds a new path that allows her to help others while bringing her genuine joy. Looking back, she realizes that what seemed like a painful ending was actually a compassionate beginning. This is how divine wisdom often works. It sees possibilities long before we do. When we stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and begin asking, "What is this experience trying to teach my soul?" our entire perspective begins to change. We no longer see ourselves as victims of life. We become students of life. And it is through this quiet shift in awareness that true blessings slowly begin to reveal themselves. Many people hear the word karma and immediately think of punishment. They imagine that every hardship is a sign that they have done something wrong. But true spiritual wisdom offers a much gentler understanding. Karma is not God's way of hurting us. It is God's way of helping us grow. Every experience we face becomes a lesson that gently guides the soul toward greater wisdom, compassion, and freedom. Imagine a young girl who grows up believing she must always please others to be loved. As she becomes an adult, she continues saying yes even when her heart wants to say no. She enters relationships where she gives everything but receives very little in return. After years of feeling exhausted and unappreciated, she begins asking herself, "Why does this keep happening?" The answer is not that life is against her. The answer is that life is inviting her to learn self-respect. Once she begins valuing herself, her relationships slowly begin to change. The outer world changes because something inside her has changed first. This is how inner patterns shape our destiny. Fear attracts more fear. Peace creates more peace. Gratitude opens the heart to even greater blessings. Every loving thought plants a seed, and every wise decision becomes part of the future we are creating. Paramahansa Yogananda often encouraged seekers to understand that while we cannot always choose the experiences that arrive, we can always choose the consciousness with which we meet them. Picture an elderly woman sitting quietly in her garden. She owns very little, yet everyone who visits her feels calm and welcomed. Children enjoy sitting beside her. Neighbors seek her advice. She does not possess this peaceful presence because her life was free from sorrow. She possesses it because every disappointment became an opportunity to forgive, every challenge became an invitation to trust God, and every tear became a prayer that softened her heart. That is the quiet power of transformed karma. It is not about changing the past. It is about changing the person who walks into the future. Now let us gently explore the 11 beautiful signs that reveal a woman whose soul is awakening. These signs are not about perfection. They are quiet qualities that grow through faith, patience, and everyday life. The first sign is that she protects her inner peace. She no longer feels the need to argue over every misunderstanding or prove herself to everyone. Like a wise gardener protecting delicate flowers, she protects the peace within her heart. She understands that not every battle deserves her energy. The second sign is that she forgives without carrying bitterness. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting every hurt or accepting harmful behavior. It means refusing to let yesterday's pain steal today's joy. A blessed woman releases the weight of resentment because she knows peace is more valuable than revenge. The third sign is that she finds happiness in simple moments. While others chase constant excitement, she smiles at a beautiful sunrise, enjoys a quiet cup of tea, or feels grateful for the laughter of a child. She has discovered that the richest treasures are often the simplest ones. The fourth sign is that she trusts divine timing. She no longer panics when life moves slowly. Just as a tree cannot be forced to bear fruit before its season, she understands that every blessing arrives at the perfect moment. The fifth sign is that pain makes her wiser instead of bitter. Every disappointment becomes a lesson rather than a prison. She asks, "What can this experience teach me?" instead of asking only, "Why did this happen?" The sixth sign is that kindness flows naturally from her heart. Even when someone is impatient or rude, she chooses gentle words whenever possible. Her kindness is not weakness. It is quite spiritual strength. The seventh sign is that she enjoys peaceful solitude. She no longer fears being alone because she has learned that silence is where the soul hears God's gentle guidance most clearly. The eighth sign is that she gives without expecting applause. Whether she helps a friend, comforts a stranger, or serves her family, she does so with love instead of seeking recognition. She understands that the greatest acts of kindness are often witnessed only by God. The ninth sign is that she continues learning throughout life. She does not pretend to know everything. Every mistake becomes another teacher. Every experience helps her become more humble and compassionate. The 10th sign is that her presence brings peace to others. Have you ever met someone whose calm smile instantly made you feel safe? A blessed woman carries that quiet light. She may not say many words, yet people leave her company feeling lighter than before. The 11th and most beautiful sign is that she remembers God in ordinary moments. She does not wait for a temple, church, or special occasion to feel close to the divine. While preparing a meal, walking beneath the morning sky, or sitting quietly before sleep, she whispers a simple prayer of gratitude. Her relationship with God becomes as natural as breathing. If you recognize even one of these signs within yourself, cherish it. A single candle can illuminate an entire room, and a single awakened quality can slowly transform an entire life. These signs are not the finish line of the spiritual journey. They are gentle reminders that God's blessings often begin quietly, growing within the heart long before the world can ever see them. The beautiful truth is that every woman, no matter where she is in life, can begin to awaken these blessings within her. You do not need to become someone else. You simply need to return to the peaceful, loving self that has always lived inside you. Healing is not about changing your entire life overnight. It is about making small, loving choices every single day. Just as a river slowly shapes even the hardest stone through patience, your daily thoughts and actions quietly shape your soul. Begin each morning with a few moments of silence before the world asks anything from you. Instead of reaching for your phone the moment you wake up, close your eyes and take a slow, gentle breath. Ask yourself one simple question: how can I bring more love, patience, and peace into today? This small practice can change the direction of your entire day. There is a story of a woman who used to react with anger whenever someone criticized her. One day, after learning to pause before speaking, she chose silence instead of arguing. Later that evening, she realized something surprising. The problem had disappeared much faster than it would have if she had defended herself. In that quiet moment, she understood that peace is often found not in winning an argument but in protecting the calmness of the heart. Another powerful habit is gratitude. Every evening, before you go to sleep, think of 3 simple blessings from your day. Perhaps someone smiled at you. Perhaps you enjoyed a warm meal or heard the comforting sound of rain. These moments may seem ordinary, yet they gently remind the heart that God's love is present even in the smallest details of life. Finally, be patient with yourself. A flower does not bloom the day after its seed is planted. It grows quietly beneath the surface before anyone notices its beauty. Your spiritual journey unfolds in exactly the same way. Every prayer, every act of kindness, every moment of forgiveness, and every loving thought is helping your soul blossom into the woman God created you to become. As we come to the end of this journey together, remember that the greatest blessing a woman can receive is not wealth, beauty, or recognition. Those things may bring happiness for a little while, but they cannot satisfy the deepest longing of the soul. True blessings are found in a peaceful heart, a loving spirit, and an unshakable connection with the divine. These treasures remain with us through every season of life. Imagine two candles standing in a dark room. One candle lights the other, yet its own flame does not become smaller. Instead, the room becomes brighter. A truly blessed woman lives in the same way. Her kindness encourages others to be kind. Her courage gives hope to someone who feels afraid. Her peaceful presence comforts hearts without her even realizing it. She does not become poorer by giving love. She becomes richer because love grows every time it is shared. Perhaps you have spent years believing that your struggles meant you were forgotten by God. But what if those very struggles were shaping you into someone whose heart could shine more brightly than ever before? Every tear taught compassion. Every disappointment taught patience. Every unanswered prayer strengthened your faith. Looking back one day, you may discover that the hardest chapters of your life were quietly preparing you for your greatest spiritual awakening. So, before this message ends, take one peaceful moment to reflect. Close your eyes if you can, place your hand gently over your heart, and ask yourself, which of these 11 signs is already growing within me, and which one is God gently inviting me to develop? There is no need to rush the answer. Every sincere step you take brings you closer to the beautiful person you were always meant to become. Thank you for sharing these peaceful moments with me today. If this message touched your heart, I warmly invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story may become a source of comfort for another woman who needs encouragement today. If you found hope and inspiration in this journey, please consider subscribing and sharing this video with someone you love. Together, let us continue walking the path of inner peace, wisdom, and divine love. Until we meet again, may your heart remain calm, your mind remain clear, and may you always remember that the truest blessings are the ones that quietly bloom within your soul. As we come to the end of this journey together, I want to leave you with one gentle reminder. Never underestimate the quiet work that God is doing within your heart. Even if your life feels uncertain today, even if your prayers seem unanswered, and even if no one else recognizes your strength, remember that every act of kindness, every moment of patience, every tear you have offered with faith, and every loving choice you have made is shaping your soul into something truly beautiful. The greatest blessings often grow in silence, just like a seed beneath the earth before it becomes a magnificent tree. If today's message touched your heart, take a quiet moment and reflect on these 11 signs. Which one do you already see growing within yourself? And which one do you feel God is gently inviting you to develop? I would truly love to hear your thoughts, so please share them in the comments below. Your story, your experience, or even a single sentence of encouragement may become the very message another person needs to read today. And I'd also love to know what spiritual topic you would like us to explore in the next video. Is there a teaching of Paramahansa Yogananda that has always inspired you? Is there a question about meditation, karma, inner peace, relationships, manifestation, Kriya Yoga, or spiritual awakening that you would like us to discuss? Please let me know in the comments, because this channel is a journey that we are walking together. If you found peace, hope, or inspiration in today's message, I warmly invite you to subscribe and become part of this growing community of sincere spiritual seekers. Gently share this video with a friend, a sister, a mother, or anyone who may need these words today. Together, let us continue choosing love over fear, peace over worry, and faith over doubt. Until we meet again in the next video, may your heart remain filled with light, your mind remain calm, and your soul always remember its divine purpose. Jai Guru Dev.